Yeah, welcome back to the firehouse. For some more firehouse reasoning. Tonight in the firehouse, I'm going to be teaching the teaching of the ninth grade master. Yeah, that's the one. The most dangerous teacher in creation is the ninth grade master. But the ninth grade master is also, what shall I call him? I don't know if it's a man or a woman. You know how things go together, the one and the two, they're always together. So this individual is, you always find this individual with humbleness. If you want, you can call them Mr. Humbleness and Mrs. Simpleton then, if you want to know what I mean. But if you find humbleness, you will find Mr. Simple or Mrs. Simple, whatever name you want to put it in. But both of them are friends. Now, to find these two individuals in their true friendship, as I would say, one have to travel to the ninth level to really encounter the teacher, Mrs. Let's call her Mrs. Simple. Now, how would one get to the ninth level? Alright then. This is called what I call going back to roots. Now, going back to roots, because we are physical beings, we have a physical roots. So, as an example, if you're from Europe, your roots is in Europe, Africa, your roots, and the rest of it. That's your physical roots. Now, one should also know their physical roots, because without you knowing your physical roots, where your ancestors are come, you won't know where you're going either. But knowing your physical roots is not enough to encounter the teacher, Mr. Simple. Is it Mrs. Simple? I don't know. We won't give him a name for now. Just call him Simple. No. To encounter Simple, one have to go back to what spiritual roots, if you know what I mean. Now, spiritual roots, like I say, because you have to go back to where you come from, innit? So you are coming out of your mommy's womb, as it was. You see what I mean? So when you go back, you find out that really and truly you arrive here innocent and pure. You understand what I mean? And this innocent and pure state, because we arrive in a world that is positive and negative, it gets covered to what I say, to whatever degree in each individual, but it definitely gets covered up. This innocent spirit or soul, whatever label you want to put on yourself, that come into the world. So by the time one grow to a certain age, then you are not the being that you come into the world as, innocent and pure. You are now, like I would say, how the world is. You have been indoctrinated into the ways of the world. You see what I mean? Now, you cannot find Mr. Simple in the world either. You see what I mean? He doesn't exist in this world. So for you to find him now, you have to come to the realization that the person who you think you are, or who they have programmed you to think you are, is not who you are. And you cannot come to this realization unless at some point in your life you admit to yourself that the things that you are doing are not right. And you know in your heart they're not right. You know what I mean? Every being that is doing wrong know it. Maybe you persist because of your friends are, I don't know. Maybe you like the benefit that such behavior bring you. But whatever you're doing it for, that is your problem, innit? I am just saying that to encounter Miss the simple teacher, one have to realize to themselves that such behavior then is not right. And you come to this decision independent of what any being want to think. Your own decision within yourself. You've decided that the way that you're behaving as a human being is not right and make correction. If you manage to do this, it's as if, you see when I tell you come into the world innocent, you was going on a one road, a straight road from your born. Whoop. And obviously this road is the wrong road because you've been programmed wrongly. If when you reach a certain distance on this road, you realize that the behavior that is going on this road is not right, and you decide that you are going to change, you will actually turn around. And if you persist in your change, once you change anyway, you will persist. It will eventually lead you right back to the innocent state of mind that you once possessed as a child. See what I mean? And there is where you're going to now encounter the simple master, the 9th grade general. Yes, that's where he's dwelling, right there in the innocency of childhood. I think they call that one, I've heard it say, once a man, but twice a child. Reversal, you know. It's not when old people get senile that they revert to childhood, no. It's when you, the adult, through your own effort, is it? Change your negative ways and return to innocency. When you return to innocency, like I say, you are going to encounter Mr. The simpleton. You know? The most dangerous teacher in creation. Why is he the simpleton is dangerous? Because the simpleton don't know nothing. Don't need to. Because when you reach the 9th level, well, this is another ancestral thing as well. We carry certain things in our, what they call it, gene pool or DNA. See what I mean? So you can, if you don't get entangled up into other people's paradigm as it was, you know? If you could avoid them not turning you into a Christian or a Muslim or whatever it is that they are telling you about. But just rely on your own self. You know what I mean? Then you can access your ancestral gene pool as it was. That is why our ancestors say we should know ourselves. You see what I mean? Now, if you look at numbers, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Obviously the 1 is the first. Because before the 1, we say, well, 0. But we're not dealing with the unmanifested, we're dealing with the manifested. So we say the 1 is the first. And the 1 is positive, of course. See what I mean? Then come the 2. You see what I mean? After the 1, the 2. And obviously the 2 is negative. Like a sun and moon thing, positive and negative. The 2 primal force within the universe. Then come the 3, which is positive. See what I mean? Then the 4, which is negative. 5, another positive. 6, another negative. 7, another positive. 8, another negative. 9. Now check that number out carefully. It is the highest positive number outside of the 1. But obviously it's not higher than the 1 because it's coming from the 1. But when you reach there, you encounter the terrible and dreadful 1. Because when you reach the 9th level, where the simpleton dwell, there is nowhere else to go. Return of the 1. So actually, the simple one is the one who actually knows the 1. To a dangerous degree. A degree that human beings wouldn't be able to comprehend. If you understand what I mean. Yeah. Because the simple one is not like other teachers. Like you say, he has actually seen the one that dwell within you. You know? So the simple one is always about 5 billion trillion upon some more zillion % certain. You see what I mean? About what he's dealing with. Because he's the 9th grade general who teach simple things. So the simple things that the 9th grade general teach, for example, we don't bother go and tell you how dangerous we are and such things. You know, that those things are for braggarts. The simple thing is that the 1 is in everyone in it. It's only a matter of choice. So what you do if you want to know this 1 then, because anyone can do it, isn't it? It's not like, it's not a talent competition like where some people can sing and some can't sing. This is a talent competition where everyone's a winner. Because all you have to do is to analyze the things that you are doing, and when you see, because you will know in your heart if they're wrong or the right. When you see that you are wrong, just change your ways. Like I tell you before, it would just be simple as if you had a garden and there was weeds in it, and you go in there and weed out the weeds so that your garden can bloom. Quite simple, innit? So there is the simpleton don't teach anything that is complicated and out of the reach of anyone, and tell them about like any different dimension and all kind of thing, 13 dimension and where we come from. No. We don't teach anything at all like that. Because we are on earth, innit? You know, we're not in these other dimensions yet. We are on earth. So we are supposed to teach earth teaching, you know, simple things, so that the beings on the earth can understand clearly and resurrect themselves from out of the darkness that they are in. You know what I mean? Because some people maybe are just innocently in this darkness without realizing what has happened to them. You know what I mean? So we don't want to the simple master don't want to, like I say, confuse everybody or anybody at all. No, we don't want to confuse anyone, because life is confusing already, if you know what I mean. Because like I say, on this little planet here now, everybody is divided up into separate different groups of blacks and white and all that, when everybody is just one without them realizing it, because they've been programmed. You see what I mean? So this is actually a way to deprogram oneself, or to alert our brothers and sisters to the fact that they are programmed and that they are not really and honestly operating their own faculties. You see what I mean? When we all have That what, supreme intelligence within ourselves still. Because that's what your conscience is. You always hear me like my website is called The Voice of Conscience. Always hear me talking about conscience. It's not as if I am guessing about conscience. I have seen the terrible and dreadful one himself. That's why when you hear me talk and I'm saying, oh no, yeah man, I teach the whole universe. You think it's a joke. It's not a joke. Because the one is my master. And no being. Doesn't matter, you could be 40, like I said, 40 trillion light being. No being test the light of the one. Anywhere in the universe. Yeah, that's just why I call the magic. You see what I mean? And don't forget, like I tell you, well, you don't have to forget it. But I'm saying, I am not a believer. And you don't see things and believe them. When you see them, you know them. So we don't really, we don't teach like I say, oh, I'm the simple teacher going in about, oh, there is God up in the sky and all that. No, God exists. But at the same time, you cannot know that God exists if you are behaving negatively. Because negative behavior blinds your understanding. You see what I mean? This is a matter of choice. God ain't going to choose no one. God hasn't got the power to choose. He's give it to you. So you must choose God. It's like God has given you a seed. You go, right? And He's giving you the ground as well. The ground is thy mind. So you go and prepare the ground. Like I'm telling you. Remove the weeds from out of thy mind. Because if you don't do it, nothing can grow. Even if you live a billionaire within this universe. Listen, there is no way around it. No sneaking in. You must start at the beginning. And at the beginning, you must enter thy mind and cleanse it of negativity. Whatever the negativity is, I don't know. You will know. Your mind, not mine. You see what I mean? Well, I've entered my mind and removed these things. That's why I was able to penetrate to the 9th level as it was. Because there is no way of doing it unless one has purged oneself to the fullest. And somehow, you got to be a serious and extra serious lover of what is right and correct to penetrate to the 9th level. You see what I mean? What the Christian would call, what them call it again? Being born again. Yeah man, that's the one. All these things are true, You can be born again. But not like when you run into a little church and make 2 confessions and them say, oh yeah, you're born again. When you change your ways, seriously, and the new person arrive within your being, the new understanding, that's when you are born again, or when you are resurrected from the dead. You see what I mean? So these things, one has to be brutally honest with oneself if one wants to know the truth. And who wouldn't want to know the truth anyway? You come into life, you see sun and moon and all this thing and surely you would want to know if there is any reality in it still. Apart from just drinking, eating and sleeping and thinking that when you die, you die. And if you are living negatively, you will believe those things. But trust me, when you change your ways, you will see that all that is figment of your imagination. See what I mean? More to life than meet the eye, as they say. Lot more. I mean, take all this simple matter that even today I was telling I was talking to two ladies in the town and I'm saying, so do you think you can see me? And they're saying, yeah, because they touch me and say, oh yeah, you can see it. I'm saying, that is just my body. I'm not my body. You see what I'm... So you see how when people is asleep, how far their intelligence is. So on this planet now, they will identify me as a black man then, as they categorize beings. Yeah, you know. Well, the Simple Master don't categorize beings and know that beings are invisible. You know, you cannot see a next being. The only way you can know who they are really, if you're skillful, if you are awake, when they speak, they will tell you who they are. No matter what the conversation that they are talking about. When beings are speaking, they are telling you who they are. So if you are skillful enough, when a 9th grade general speak, you will know who he is by the words that he speak and how he speak them. You see what I mean? Because there's lots of mouth speaking. Yeah, lots of talking going on. You see what I mean? But can they talk the words? Because you couldn't just come about and talk words like how I am talking, you know that? Nah man, you can't just do it like that. Because before I was 27, I could never speak these words. I know now why I couldn't speak these words. Because before I was 27, I wasn't living the way that was compatible with speaking these words. You see what I mean? Because I was still in the dark up until I was 27. And when you are in the dark, you know what I mean? But the minute you come out now and you start to behave differently, you see what I mean? It's like you're sowing seeds. And these seeds grow into lyrics. You see what I mean? And only the one who saw them can speak them. Because God don't give anything to anyone, you know. You have to make a choice. Yeah, if you make the choice to be honest and truthful, well, all I can say to you that God is truly a friend. So if after you've commit yourself then, if you want a couple lyrics to borrow or truth or what man deemed to be wisdom or all them, well, no problem. You know what I mean? If you are interested in those things. But the simple one is never interested in anything. You see what I mean? Mr. Simple is not interested in being wise, being a great teacher, great master, great nothing, anything. Not interested. You know what I mean? That's why I think most people think that he's an idiot. Yeah, all the beings in heaven, what them call heaven, must think the simple teacher is an idiot. Because he's not interested, not even in heaven. You see, it's a kind of a, what you call it, desireless state of mind, Mr. Simple deal with. You see what I mean? He deal with a state of, Mr. Simple lead right on to a state of what I call supreme innocence, you know. They're in supreme innocence, you know. One is not interested in anything, you know. Yeah, shiny things, like how babies love shiny things, you know. Simple things to play with and things, you know. Like all them things, you know. Yeah, we like that. But nothing ever extravagant or claiming any great to be anybody great and know this. This is it's like men who are claiming that they are wise. There is nothing wise about any man. What you are calling wise is just like when somebody learn to walk, which you should learn to walk anyway. You should be goddamn crawling. So if somebody change the ways and stop doing just like how when we say When somebody is doing wrong, we might say they're bad. Well, if you stop doing bad, then you're good then, innit? So everybody can be good. So it's nothing special. If everybody can do bad, surely everybody can do good. Innit? So if everybody was doing good, there's nothing wise about it. It's just what you should be doing anyway. It's a natural thing. It's natural to Mr. Simpleton anyway. But like I'm saying, you know, to really reach where Mr. Simpleton is, one have to really purge oneself of a lot of things, and a lot of people don't want to do these kind of. Are they not in love with truth that much? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we have eyes, and people are seeing a lot of things in the world, you know what I mean? And they're hearing a lot of stories. So maybe the things that they see fascinate them, and the stories that they hear fascinate them. So they get, their attention get drawn by those stories and those things, and miss the simple things of life, you know what I mean? Because you don't want no one want to use no common sense in it or respect it. Who would respect a man who does have common sense? Not in this world anyway. Like I said before, you think a woman who have a big education then would just mix with a man who does have common sense? In her mind, she will be going below her league. You see what I mean? So you see how insulting beings can be to each other when they are puffed up with their idiotic, what they call education then. And somebody convinced them that, listen, you went to Yale and Oxford and these other brainwashing institutions. So you are better than the common person. So no, as in their world then, no self-respecting woman would be seen with a man like me. You know what I mean? No! I think what's he got? You know, I've got no status. So that's why the simple man, it would be hard to get Mr. Simple mixed up in those things, if you know what I mean. Because Mr. Simple is too simple. And Mrs. Simple, of course, always have his wife. They are too simple to get caught up in such egoistic splendor that and status, class status that we have here on earth. You know what I mean? That they, I think them have them, what them call themselves like the first class and middle class and lower class. Well, if I was going to put myself in the class, then I would be not in the lower, but the under class. You know, the one underneath the lower. Because Mr. Simple like to be right at the back. Don't like to push up himself into people's excitement and you know what I mean. So yes, if I was fitting into your class system that you have here in this guise operating through, because then these people who are educated are prejudiced, like I tell you, against those who they think they are superior in education too. So they wouldn't associate themselves with them or go to the same place or mix or what they would call marry with them then. Because they would think that, so they educate you here how to despise your brother. And you do it gladly. Why you do it? Because they say, oh, you're protecting your job, or, your status in life, or, I don't know what you're protecting. But it's a stupid way to lose one's soul, I say. Excuse me. But then again, as compared to the simple one, these people are not even aware that they have such thing as a soul. You know what I mean? They are completely wrapped up into the physical activity of life then. And the body has deceived them as well. Because now they think that they are the body. We have convinced a man that he is just dwelling in the body. That is why you get so easily tricked when they tell you that I'm a black man, innit? Because my body black, innit? Or if they tell you that my friend Marius is a white man, you accept that. But that is the body, that is not the person. Next time you meet a human being, any one of them, you know, no matter where they come from, ask them what color their mind is. They don't know. It's because we are spirit, we're not physical. So your great fear of death, which like I said, the fear or the fear that one have in life. Fear is only felt by those. I'm not about physical fear. If a man was going to attack you, of course you feel fear that way, you know. I'm not about fear of the unknown. Fear of death and all these kind of things. If you was living positively, you wouldn't have those fear. Not knowing whether God exists or God don't exist or how the devil is or if you was living positively, you would understand all this. You know what I mean? You would understand who the devil is. Because the devil is a part of your own being. The internal master. Another master. The two. Remember I tell you about these numbers. I am the 9th grade general myself. I am a simple one. 9th grade level, you know. Bother, Mr. Simpleton. But I'm not teaching about the 9th grade. I'm just explaining about these two general. The enduring two, the masters. Yeah, one of them, like I'm telling you, is the one, he's the first. He just shine light. The number one, the one that was in the beginning. The number two operate just like how you see the moon operate. It can either be positive or negative. But within your being now, the number two operate as a negative. What you term to be Satan. He's the only one that have the power to be everywhere at once, just like the one has. In every man and every woman, in every age and every time. He's the one who is tempting you. No matter how high you reach in whatever spirituality you think. Even when you enter the 9th house. Yeah. He's there telling you, I tempting you. But this one ain't tempting you like I'm looking to recruit you. Not looking to recruit you. He's just giving you the choice between positive and negative. Like I tell you, you can combine the two of them and create a light. When you have a light, you'll be able to see. You can go and talk to the negative one. You know, you don't have to be afraid of him. He's going to eat you. You know? You can sit and reason, you know, with this one who is within you. Just like how you can reason with the positive one as well, you know. But it would be, no, it would be. Well, on the way to the 9th house, you have to know these, you know, you can't be, like I say, afraid. So you know that you have to have the spirit of fearless with you. You know, because fearless don't fear anyone in it. Pointless fear in the God or devil. So you're not going to find out. If you fear them, you can't ask them any question, can you? You know, it's like you go to see a man that you would like to talk to him, but you're so terrified that you wouldn't even knock on his door. You know, you know what I mean? But if you have the spirit of fearless, you just go and knock on the devil door and just ask some question in it. I go and knock on God's door and just ask some question, no problem. You know, nothing ain't going to happen to you. If you ask the devil, you know, why are you always tempting people? You know? The devil will just explain to you, you know, I'm not tempting you, it's just, I am just negative and that's positive, you know what I mean? That's how life is. Who is you that I should be specially tempting you? Who are you? So you see, you don't have any argument with the negative ones still. The argument or the problem is with you. Not with those, not with the 1 and the 2. The 1 and the 2 is perfect in their perfection and they operate perfectly well. The malfunctioning is going on within man. I say man, I mean woman as well. That's where the malfunction is going on. And it's going on because when we arrived, we was brainwashed. No, but it doesn't matter where we was born. It's an automatic thing then. Just let's say this planet is a place that all who come must go through this procedure. So all of us is going to end up then as an ego. No matter what country in or whatever. This we have to realize before we can get out of it. Because there's only one way you can get out of it. You have to be brutally honest. Because if your religion holy, you can't get out. If your race holy, you can't get out. Politics holy, you can't get out. Nationalism holy, you can't get out. You see what I mean? You have to arrive at a state where you can see oneness. One earth, one race of people, human beings. The one spirit that dwell within them all. You see, when you can see this oneness, you can start to grow. But if you are seeing division, no growing for you. You are just locked in a little department of your mind. You see what I mean? That's another thing you need. Well, I shouldn't tell you these things really. But I'll tell you it very simply anyway. The ninth, because of the how the way Mr. Simpleton is there. Mr. Simpleton is a cross-border terrorist, as it was. Because he's so simple, he knows of a way how he can leave the mind. You see what I mean? Because just like how you see the moon is operating outside, it doesn't have any light. And likewise within, the mind hasn't got any, doesn't matter which mind it is. It can't produce any light. Light comes from the sun. Firehouse. See what I mean? Two different things. Same way within. Doesn't matter which mind, anywhere in the universe. This mind cannot produce any light, but it can receive light from the one. You know, the one who was in the beginning. Yeah, man. Well, the ninth grade general know this, because I tell you, I am the highest of Jah disciples. I am the highest of the disciples of the one. Let me check it, you know, 3, 5, 7. 9 is the highest. When you reach 9, ain't no going anywhere else. You run into the simpleton, the ninth grade general, you know? The lunatic of God, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I reckon the simple one is a lunatic of God. Has got no sense apart from God's sense. No, just complete stupid. Yeah, you know, like how some people drink up alcohol and get completely wasted in their alcoholic stupor. They can't talk nothing more than alcoholic stupor. That's what the ninth grade general is, you know. The simple one, you know. Intoxicated by God now and just turn foolish. Cannot talk anything else I want or desire or know nothing I need, nothing I want, nothing. You know what I mean? Apart from the ways of the terrible and dreadful Overlord himself, Rastafari, the high general. Because the ninth grade general is completely and utterly intoxicated. So you become like a one-dimensional being, like I tell you, where you only focus on the one and ignore everything else in, not only on earth, but in creation. That's how you get to the ninth level. And like I tell you, the ninth level is like giving birth. You know, like when a mother give birth. It's a process of started with the father and the seed going off to hatch the egg. And once one of the sperm enter the egg now, you know, the door is shut. No more cannot enter. So you won't find another 9th grade general on the earth. You see what I mean? Well, you can't breed the spirit, you know. Because it has really, it's been breed now by the simple master. Get the spirit pregnant, and that's what produced the 9th level of understanding. But you don't, this is what I mean. In the 9th level of understanding, you don't need to know anything. I don't need to know anything. I just reflect the one. You know, this one that was in the beginning. Okay? That one is I come from that one. You see what I mean? So the whole idea is to alert brothers and sisters about the presence of this one within them and the way that they can be connected to this one. You know what I mean? It's not to trick you or deceive you or lie to you or speak to you so I can make some money. I have got no money. You know what I mean? Most people think that the simple one is an idiot. You know? No one take any notice of me. Maybe if I was a billionaire giving away money, of course I would be well famous and enough people would flock. But no one like Mr. Simple, you know what I mean? Even though he's giving them the greatest treasure that could be ever given from one being to another. Well, it cannot be given, you know. I shouldn't say it cannot be given. But you could alert one to the treasure that is within their garden then. If you know what I mean. Like say you know somebody have a pot of gold within their garden. You could actually tell them that if they dig, they could get this out. So that's how it is. Because you can't give it to anybody. But you could alert them to the fact that if they should, it's like teaching somebody to get fit then. Because I say anyone who is fit must know the difference between how the body works when it's fit and when it's not fit. So just imagine then if one should get the mind fit. Hey, you can imagine it. Just relate it to how the body feels when it's fit and how it operates. The body operates more efficiently when it's fit. So if one should train the mind to be honest and truthful and decent, like, it operates very, very efficiently, very swift. Oh, rapid. If you have a fit mind. But the fit mind is not just going to come to you. Nothing is given to anyone in the universe. Can't you understand the law? You have to choose it. So even in the physical world here, if you want to get fit, there's various things you can do to get fit. Go climb, rock, run, I don't know, you can shoot. But whatever, you have to do something in it. Otherwise, your body ain't going to get fit. The same thing with getting the mind fit to understand. Because in a state, when the mind is unfit, it ain't going to understand nothing. And I couldn't blame people. I don't blame anyone when I speak to them and they don't understand. I'm not going around shouting at them thinking, why you don't understand? I know why they don't understand. They can't, because they are living the type of life that will not allow them to hear the words. Because these words are coming from depths. You know what I mean? You can't have shallow beings understanding them. No way at all, the grass. For them to understand, they have got to go and clean the air out. Because the air are blocking it. And it's blocked by negative behavior. Negative energy has clogged their mind up, you know what I mean? So I clogged the air up. As I made a shield over the eyes. so that the eyes cannot see and understand properly. That's what negative behavior do. When you are behaving negatively, you are being punished right as you are doing it. And you get punished by keeping yourself in ignorance. And the more you carry on with this negative behavior, the more you wrap yourself up into this negativity. But no one ain't wrapping you up in it. You are doing it. Because you have a choice. Even in your heart, you know, everyone know in the heart that what they're doing is wrong. But maybe because most people are doing wrongs, you get encouragement out of that. No, but so you have to learn to be brave, really, brave and honest. And tell those around you that, you know, you're not going to be indulging in this negative behavior because really you have a soul within you and you would like to save it, like, you know what I mean, when the master, the governor general, the ruler of the dimension, death come for you. You know what I mean? Because there's consequences to action. Obviously, people don't really grasp the idea of consequences to action when they are busy doing negativity. You know what I mean? Because you cannot see. Your eyes are not open. You know what I mean? So you can't... I don't expect those who are behaving negatively to grasp the idea. You know what I mean? You can't. One have to change one ways first. Like I say, get fit first. And the first thing you do when you're getting fit. This type of fitness that I'm teaching about now, the simple one teaching about, this type of fitness, you must start here. You see what I mean? You have to start here. Only one way to start. That means, like I say, you enter the mind just like you would enter a garden. You go in there, because you know what weeds are, don't you? Of course you know what weeds are. So you will be able to spot the weeds that is within your garden. And then you remove those weeds. When you remove or you learn how to remove weeds, your flowers will start to bloom. Meaning when you get rid of this negative behavior, you will start to behave in a different way. And this different behavior now will allow you to understand what's going on. So you don't have to believe anything. You know them for yourself. You know what I mean? No believing in this. But you can only know them for yourself. It's like fitness, like I'm telling you. If you yourself do the training. You know? But the training, like I'm saying, it's so simple so anyone can do it. You don't have to go anywhere to look for any master. Because the simple one is the one who destroy, like I said, destroy masters. There is no master, no master teacher. Oh yeah, no, sorry. There is a master teacher. And the master teacher is within everyone. You see what I mean? So you don't have to go anywhere to meet him. He's within yourself already. All you have to do is to learn how to listen. And that's easy. If you want to know how to listen, just admit the truth to yourself. Because don't forget, you know, you are under the impression that in your head then, just make it simple. It's only you alone in there. It's not only you alone in your head. In your head there is the positive master and the negative master plus you. 3 of you in there. You know? And you can't hide. You know, like when you look through these eyes and you see other human beings and you hide from them. You hide your dirty intention and your ways or what you're plotting against them. They can't see you because you are invisible. You can do that to them, but inside the one is watching you. Like I tell you, not only watching you, we have a thing, we have memory, video you. So there is no secret, you know, like how These idiots are thinking that they are keeping secret and top secret and this secret and that. You're keeping secret from other men. You can't keep secret in this universe. It's more intelligent than you. The secret that you think that you are keeping is on your memory. Overlord, you know. Higher form of intelligence, like I'm telling you. Well, these are the things that the simple one teach about, you know. And the simple one never teach about, like I say, any kind of a mystery. Because there is no mystery about what is honest and truthful. It's a simple procedure that anyone can do. You know? The simple one would never talk about any being from any dimension and any galaxy or anything. We're not interested in them. You know what I mean? Because the Supreme Master is already here within yourself. The one who is like I said, the overlord of the whole universe, because he's everywhere. So we don't have to be fascinated by any being from any dimension. The ninth grade general is the teacher of all the beings from all the different dimensions. Can't you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You reach there, you halt. You see what I mean? We are the general of the one. Anywhere we go in the universe, in any dimension. You ever say here on earth where they say, in my father's house there is many mansions. Yeah, well, I go into all of the mansion them. And the mansion is the universe, endless. And I travel within any dimension as the teacher of the one. But that's how the simple one is, you know. When I say bad, you know, I don't mean Mr. Simple is not a bad man, you know. Because like I say, here most people take him for an idiot anyway. Even he take himself as an idiot. So there's nothing like mystique or say the simple one have any power. Don't have any power because we're not seeking any power. Don't have any magic because we're not magician. We're not a prophet because we're not looking on prophethood. And we're not no master because we don't look master. We already have a master. The one is the master. So we're not interested in being no master. We're not interested in being God. You know? Well, no, man, Mr. Simple doesn't want to be simple. Why would he want? He's happy with God being God and him being simple. You know? So don't want to be no God or anything like that. Don't want no glory, no heaven, or no nothing, whatever that glory may be. Don't desire anything. The only thing Mr. Simple is interested in right now is to shine and reveal the light of the one that is dwelling in all human beings. Because we have a job to do. And that is our job here on earth. To strive with all our energies to reveal the ways of the one to those who are in darkness. You know, because this would release them and stop them killing one another. You know what I mean? It's just stupid, isn't it? And stop living in so much division. You know what I mean? You know, all these things can be cleared up quite simply. You know, if beings get to understand who they are and realize to themselves fully that you cannot die. You know what I mean? You don't have to listen to these devils who are, like I say, capture the earth and telling you all kind of stupid story. You know what I mean? That don't make no sense. You will, if you live honestly, then you will see that their story don't make any sense. Because first start, like I tell you, God could not send any son or any prophets or anybody like that because it would interfere with free choice. These things are law. You know what I mean? There's a law. We have the freedom to choose. God cannot tell us what or how to do this choosing or send anybody to tell us because he already gave us the choice. So not even God. So if God give you the choice now, how could he go and send his son to tell you what to do and how to live life? When God already give you the choice that you must decide. Here you are, positive and negative. You decide. What's he sending any prophet here for? But God never sent any. This is just the ideas of those who want to deceive and has confused people and has had them in confusion for so long. That even like I say now, 2014, if this man who they call the Pope come out to speak, everybody is flocking and about and saying how he's a great man, all because the man is there smiling and all. But if your ears was open, you would see that when he speak, all he's talking is shit, because he doesn't know the truth. He's deceiving you with the splendor that surrounds him and pretends piety. But if your goddamn ears was open, if you wasn't corrupted yourself and your ears was open, all you'd have to do is to listen to him, and you'd know that such a man don't know God, because he cannot speak the word of God. And if you can't do it, that means you don't know it. So if you don't know it, why the fuck could you be pretending that you do? Which is what he's doing. That means they're making money, because that's what they are, criminals. The whole bunch of them. But any false preacher now, whether him or like I say, if you go on your God channel, those are what the people follow. The people that speak shit. But if people are following people who are speaking shit, that means the people must be shit themselves. When I say shit, that means they are negative, not willing to live honest and truthful themselves. So that's why they can swallow up all this stupidness so easily and refuse to see through it. The very people that are leading your soul to hell are the very people that you worship and call Holy Father. The Pope is not any Holy Father, he is unholy. If him dead tomorrow, they bring another one and you say, oh yes, he must hold him holy. There are these perverts sitting down in gowns within their perverted organization. Sickly human beings who is against the will of God, deceiving souls. And has caused millions of souls to lose their way with their hypocrisy and false doctrine. Think good about them. You see what I mean? No soul ever who is awake could ever look at a devil like that or a devilish organization like that and declare it to be godly. Well, the simple one wouldn't. You know what I mean? Simple one see things so what they are, you know? So you just say, oh, all religious men are hypocrites and parasites. They are sick, they are like disease. You know what I mean? The flock might be innocently led astray, but these who organize it, they are sick parasites. All political people, what they call them, governments around the world and those ones, are some of the vilest and sickest beings who has ever come out of pussy. You have to look at them more like vampires, parasites, you know, a disease and the psyche of their fellow human being. Even though we are all brothers, but they've made the wrong choice through selfishness and greed and, I don't know, lust and all kind of different things, you know. Because they've decided that there's no sense in life, really. I'm not saying no sense, no meaning, so most of them is on this, so we only got one life, so we might as well live the Aleister Crowley way. Do what thou will! That's it. They love that one, don't they? The Aleister Crowley way, you call it. Get a piece of tissue, please. Do what thou will. They love that one in earth. Because they believe those who are doing what thou will now, they have it firmly fixed in their mind that excuse. They do what thou will passive. Have it firmly fixed in their mind now that there is no There's only one life as they would see it then. So one have to live this life to the fullest. Sex up a tree or a hog or, I don't know, car or no dog, cat, anything, and do it doesn't matter what you do or how you do it then. You know what I mean? Just like at the moment here now, the big thing. I had a little confrontation there on Twitter the other night. But the big thing here now is the same-sex marriage and the right of same-sex couples and all this kind of business now. Like I tell that brother that I was reasoning with, now hear this now, all you same-sex people, and listen carefully. This is a world of choice, and each one of us have got our choice, the freedom to do exactly what we want to do then. So if you want to go and have sex with a horse or some dog or cat without anyone catching you, you go and do that. Yeah? If you want to have sex, if there's men who want to have sex with men, you are free to do that. I am not going to attack you or advocate anyone attacking you. But don't ever come to me and tell me that I must agree that your choice is correct. You see what I mean? Because I don't have to do it and I never will. Because I don't agree with your choice. Because we are in a world where you can either choose positively and negatively. So I would deem that choice to be negative. But I am not God. So I'm not your judge and I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to, It's just that if me and you are talking then, you know what I mean? I'm not advocating hating your beat, If we was reasoning and you ask me, is it okay for me to be married to my boyfriend? I would say, no, I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? I'm not into that. I am a man who come from a man and a woman, so I am into the male and the female, not the male and the male as it was, you know what I mean? So, but it's not my job now to go and beat you up and kill you. Because there is already a law running. Whatever, if there is benefit in what you are doing, that's what you will gain at the end of your life. I don't have to come and do you anything, but at the same time, like I say, don't be pushing your idea on me. And you shouldn't be pushing it on children because you choose not to have any. So you shouldn't have any influence on kids until they reach, like I say, if same-sex people want to adopt children, it should be when they reach 18 years old. When they can think for themselves and they would say, yeah, I want some same-sex people to adopt me. Then there you go on, because you have your own mind then. But we now, who are straight, male and female, having children, why should we take our children and give it to them? When they choose not to have any, when they will warp the mind of the child. A child need a mother and a father as a balance. That's the natural way. So no sane straight couple should have child and give it to them. Yeah, but the laws, because most of the lawmakers, I say, they are into this kind of behavior themselves. Because you go to public school with pure boys, innit? So your early sexual behavior was that. So you are advocating that. You're going all around the world pushing it. That people should accept it as right and correct. Well, people can accept it as right. I won't accept it as right and correct. But I will accept it that yes, you have the choice to do that. You are entirely within your rights, same-sex people, to do what you're doing. You know what I mean? I am not saying one should come and do you anything because you've made your choice. Because we are in the dimension of choice as it was. What you read from your choice, that's your business. You see what I mean? So I hope that is clear to all of you. Because the brethren was saying how Rasta is some homophobic kind of Rasta. You mean I'm homophobic because I don't agree with you? I would call you womanophobic because you don't want to deal with woman. So because I don't want to deal with your way, I'm homophobic. How do you make that out? I am not homophobic. I already say you can do that. You know? And I am not accusing you of being womanophobic, which you are. Because you don't want to deal with woman, you want to go and deal with man. You see what I mean? So just because somebody don't agree with you, you know what I mean? Don't come up with this. You come in like these Jew man now who kill off themselves. I say they kill off themselves because the Jew is the man with the money, so he finance the war. And now, if you say anything now, they're saying, oh, you're anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitic, if you object to anything that they are doing, and their regime is one of the most racist regimes on the planet, carrying out all kind of racist behavior against the Palestinian, sickening apartheid, supported by this vile system in America. But America is used to that because you used to treat my brothers in the land like that. Hold them under after slavery and apartheid system, refuse to give them any rights. Just like the other day when Mandela died, I see them all, even Britain here when over there. When Mandela them, when they were struggling, the apartheid system in South Africa was supported by the Americans and the British and the French. All of them. And they organize everything when it comes to say give the blacks a little right. That's why when Mandela come out, he agreed to everything. Not one of those evil men in South Africa had to face even a trial for the atrocity that they did. Because the West organized it, America and all them, and then pretend to like now they and put Mandela up front as some great hero. When he was really in prison and under struggle, they was the one who put him there and make sure he stayed there as well. You see what I mean? So you have to learn to see through the hypocrisy of things. But you're not going to see through this hypocrisy of things if you don't know how to be simple. The simplest way to find Mr. Simple is to use your common sense. But like I say, not many people love common sense either, you know what I mean? They tend to shy away. They would rather, like I say, the university type of sense. Or, if not college, you know, human beings like to. I don't know why you think it's so important to me. You're just full of shit. Smell your shit when you next go to the toilet. I don't know. If you don't encounter Mr. Humbleness and his friend Mr. Simpleton, you will never learn these kind of things. Because you're going to be too high up in it. No wonder people on the planet think that they are masters, you know, and great spiritual masters and all this kind of stupidity that you feel in your head. You know, great, there's no master. No, the only master is conscience. We can learn to live good, like I say, learn to walk. Well, there's nothing mastery about us being any master, so that we should walk about here telling people that we are masters, or for anyone to be saying that, oh yeah, we are masters, and start coming to worship us as masters. You know what I mean? Those things are nonsense. The master is with you. You want somebody now or something to really focus your attention and say, yeah man, the master man. Focus on conscience within thyself. But never focus to say, like on me here, who you see spit in the fire. And think, oh yeah, I am not the master. You know? The master is within me, yeah. And I am fronting then for the master, but I'm not the one. But while I am fronting for the one though, it's like yesterday in a reason, you know, saying, you know, yeah, we are all students and teachers. But it worked paradoxically here on the 9th level, like I'm telling you. Because yes, I am a student of the one, and always will be a student of the one. But other beings, I am their teacher. I am the teacher of all beings. Like I said, no matter where you are, I am not your student. Trust me. Simpleton is the student of no being whatsoever, but is the teacher of them. The simpleton is only the student of the one who is his master. You see what I mean? So when you meet simpleton, you'll just simply reflect the one on you. This is the ninth house. This is the house outside of the mind. This is the house where I tell you, firehouse, where light come from to enter the mind. Some depths thing I'm telling you about. People won't see these things because they're in the invisible, innit? That's where we traverse to understand these things. We never search them out in the visible, we search them out in the invisible within the self. So just like you can see outside, you are observing the sun and the moon, the positive and the negative. The sun is firehouse, where light comes from to enter the moon. Within yourself, your mind is the moon, positive and negative. And you beings are in all different departments of the mind. Many different mind thinking many different things, you know, and have many different talents. But that is the mind, not the spirit. The spirit is one with the giver of light. You see? Remember I tell you, the one that was in the beginning. And when you reach the 9th level where the general is, you will encounter that one. It's like a cycle. Taught by the ancestors down there in Africa. Although these are hiding it though. They would never tell you that the ancestors was 9th grade general. But we was. Because that's how I come to know it. I've drawn it from the ancestral gene pool by ignoring all others. Like I tell you, it's like I'm in the jungles of Congo. No one come in there and teach the fire. You see, because we're running off, the fire is running off ancestral roots. So you have everyone around the world. God is with everyone. No one come to Africa and teach my ancestor anything because they know God. And this planet is so racist and like I say, because you divide up yourself. When you go to Africa, you don't even want to call it Africa, you call it Egypt or Sudan and them place. You must think it's the Arab that build these pyramids that are there. Are you people from Europe? But when you go there and you see it, rather than say that the African build it, you would rather say men come from outer space and build it, wouldn't you? Just like me hear the brethren Napoleon, when him go and see the Sphinx, him use him cannon and blow off the nose. Look too black for him. So these races now, they have been to all lengths to hide the fact that we have intelligence in Africa. Even the Muslim, they say, when I ask them what happened to the black man who is equal to Muhammad, they tell me this man called Balal. But the man was a slave. And as gone to them, Muhammad free him as a slave. So it's Muhammad giving him his rights. Well, you can't give me my rights. You know? All of you, like I say, seem like God sent you some great amount of profit. The first one and the last one. Yeah? But when I look in Africa, even on the Twitter there, I'm observing some people discussing spirituality. And they are about the East and the West and North and South America. And don't mention Africa, you know. Because there is no African master. You see what I mean? No, but what they've done, they've stole what we had or what we know and claim it for themselves. You see what I mean? Like the sayings of Solomon. No, they just steal what was said and cover it up now and make it appear now as if say, well, the African ancestors was just savages, innit? That's really insulting and rude, I say. No wonder people don't understand certain things that you never get to develop anyway. So you think that you develop when you're backward because of the things that you've done. You see what I mean? Or what you're trying to hide. I always say this straight here, men. When I say, I know we all brothers, but you have men who appear with straight hair like the white man and Indian man and China man. For some reason, these brothers always think that they're superior. No wonder it's you alone who have all the greats, eh? The greats. All the profit come to you, innit? Because why would God send any profit to the dark continent? Eh? Maybe Jah was leaving it until the last. I say, simple one. No. Maybe that's you reckon. But then again, these men claim that Muhammad is the last prophet. But the simple one, we don't know about non-prophet. We just know, the simple one just know that the only thing you are supposed to do is to analyze your life, what you're doing and how you're doing it. And if you find that you are doing things wrong, you change your ways. If you do this, you are going to encounter the real teacher which is within yourself. When that happens, you don't need no master. I need to listen to nobody. Because you will know the truth. You would have log on yourself. You see what I mean? That is the teaching of the 9th grade simpleton. If you know what I mean. So you see, the ninth grade is like I tell you, it's the highest grade. No grade can go above that. No way, because when you reach there, the one have to return. You cannot go anywhere higher than the 9th level. But it turned out to be the simplest one. You see what I mean? It's so simple, like I say. That's why the 9th grade, everybody can have it, innit? The 9th grade is a level that destroy everything and get it out of people's mind about people being wise and superior and better. And nobody is wiser than nobody. Nobody is superior than nobody. You know what I mean? We are on an equal level playing field. It's a matter of choice. What I know, everybody can know. All you have to do is to change from what you're doing. It is the birthright of all beings. And if you make the right choice, ain't nothing wise about it. It's just natural. The same way how people are doing bad and think it's natural. You can choose good. It's just as natural to be good. It's more natural to be good. Because you will see the benefit of being good. Others won't be able to see it, but you will. Especially when you start spitting lyrics. You know what I mean? Spitting lyrics is spitting the truth. And you know in your heart that no boy can test. You can't, you know what I mean? Like I know for about 49,000 trillion billion that no being can test I and I. Not when it comes to the truth, because I don't have to know nothing, like I said, just reflect it on you. And there's no way you can find anyone who can react it. If you bring your wisest, what you call theologian and philosophers now, not only the one who are living now, but all the one who dead before, you can bring them books. The fire don't no problem for the fire, man. You see what I mean? 9th grade general is way above them, far I can tell you. We're in firehouse, beyond the regions of the mind from where light come from. Because he's the one who was behold, the terrible and dreadful overlord himself, Rastafari the High General. And on that High General note, I and I is going to reel out, fade out and fire out from the firehouse. You see me? Reel out, fade out and fire out. Rastafari, leave it.